Day 3, or day 269.4 of my chaotic creation. When I was in first grade, my reading skills were very high, and they wanted to move me to second grade because of it. And my mom said no, and it turns out it was a good idea because many decades later I would find out that I have ADHD, and it was impacting my reading as I got older. I had trouble reading not from any kind of a learning disability, but just from a thinking disability. But that all changed in high school when I found this book with this specific cover, The Sword of Shannara, or Shannara, depending on who you are. I read it because of the cover. That's why I intentionally found a copy of this book with this cover, because they've changed it a few. I loved this book from the moment I started reading it. And at the time, he only had a few books out in the series, so I had to wait 2 years after each book, after I read the first, I think, 3. But I ended up reading them all, and there's something like 30 books in the series. He even went so far as to start writing a new series, and after he'd written a couple of books in that series, he realized this is a prequel. This made me love reading fantasy specifically, but also it got me to like reading again, because I discovered that even though I do have ADHD, if I like a book, I can read it. It's if I'm struggling with it that I start daydreaming. And that all came to a culmination recently, a couple of years ago, when I read this book, The Fall of Shannara, which is the final book in the main Shannara series. This is pretty much it for the Shannara series. And I cried when I read this book. And that brings me to today. This is my first book, One Day Less Than Forever. It's a short novella. Take you about an hour to read it. It's a little bit about vampires, a little of a bit of a curse, some magic. At the heart of it all, the real story here is not vampires, it's love. And it's out. It's on Amazon, it's on the Kindle bookstore. You can read it for free if you have Kindle Unlimited. I'm working on a soundtrack right now, and I just took a break from recording because I'm writing 2 songs that are part of that soundtrack. They're songs that this character, Benny, would have played in bands that he was in over the years, because all of my books relate to music somehow. So, full circle. From Shannara to the Vienna Opera House. I'll see you soon.